Hello everyone, in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to draft a basic sleeve pattern. I'll also show you how to draft a short sleeve and a long sleeve. I have my pattern paper on fold, as you can see is on fold. So right here I'm going to begin by marking my start line. I'm going to mark ½ inch here. And I'll rule a straight line connecting the dots. Now I'm going to take all my vertical measurements from this line. So I'll place my tape right here and take my sleeve length. To take your sleeve length, what you need to do is to place your tape at your shoulder joint and bring it down to your wrist, or wherever you want it to stop. If you want a short sleeve, you can stop at around your bicep. If you want a 3/4 and if you want a long sleeve, you bring it down to your wrist. So here the sleeve length I'm working with is 22 inches. So I'm going to mark it there. And also for the elbow, the elbow is 15 inches for this person. So I'll mark it there as well because this is a long sleeve. So I'll go on and roll my line, horizontal line across. So now I'm going to mark the hem of my sleeve, the fold. I'm going to use 1.5 inch, 1.5 inches. So I'll mark it here. This is to hem my sleeve. Next, I'm going to mark out my calf's height, which is the area around the bicep. To determine this, what you need to do, there is a standard measurement, a standard way of calculating this. You divide your bust measurement by 12 and add 0.5 inch. 0.5 inch is the same thing as ½ an inch. So you can see the bust measurement I'm working with is 41 inches. So 41 inches divided by 12. 41 divided by 12 is 3.4 plus 0.5, which is 3.9. And what I did was to approximate it to 4 inches. So it's a very simple calculation. So I'm going to mark 4 inches here. Okay, from the start line, I'm going to mark 4 inches. This is different from for everyone. So when you're working on the client's dress, make sure you follow the measurement. It's peculiar to each person. Okay, so I'm going to rule a straight line. Then after this, I'm going to mark out my round armhole. I'm going to put my round armhole. I'll be using this pattern. Okay, I have this pattern here. So all I'm going to do is to place my tape at this point, okay? Not from the allowance, but from the actual shoulder point. I'm going to place my tape there and bring it down to my chest line, which gave me 8.5. Okay, so I have 8.5 for my armhole depth. You can see it's right there. I'll go ahead and place that here. Now from this point, from the beginning of the cap point to this point, I have 8.5. Okay, so I'm going to be marking out the 8.5 at this point. And I'll take my ruler and rule a line. Now I'm going to determine the midpoint of this 8.5. Okay, the easiest way to do it, if you don't want to do a lot of calculation, is just to bring your tape from this point to this two. You place it on the 8.5 just like this, and then you're going to get your answer. Okay, so this is the midpoint, which is right here. Okay, so that's the midpoint, which is 4.25. You can see there. So at this midpoint, I'll go up by half of an inch. So at this midpoint, I went up by half of an inch. Right here, half of an inch. So I'm going to take my ruler and connect a straight line from this half of an inch to this point, okay, to the armhole depth point I marked here. Right from this point, from here, I'm going to connect it down to that point. Then I'm going to take my French curve. You can also use your free hand, okay, on this, in achieving this. I'll take my French curve to make a curve from the cap point connecting to this half of an inch here. So now we just achieved our back armhole. You know, the back and the front is not the same. We made some alteration at the armhole. So you can see this is for the back and this is for the front. We came in for the front by half an inch. So the front armhole is different from that of the back. So we can't cut it same way. So now to achieve the front armhole, what I'm going to do is to make a curve, okay, using my French curve. I'm going to place it, look at this very well. I'm going to place my French curve from this point, this very point, connecting it to this mid point we made. Remember, for the back, we went up at this midpoint by half an inch. So we connected from the back to the half an inch we went up by. But for the front, we are going to be connecting from here just to the midpoint down here. So take note of the difference there. So I'm going to make that curve, connecting it. You can see that. So this is for the front. Then after connecting like this, I'm going to turn my French curve this way. When connecting for this, I turned it like this, but now I'm going to turn it this way, okay? And I'll connect from this midpoint down to the armhole point at this place. Just watch the way I'm going about it. Look at how I placed my French curve. So I'm going to connect from this midpoint down here. So you see that. So this is for the front armhole, while this is for the back armhole. You can see the difference. All right, so after this, I'm going to mark my round. You're going to impute a round wrist here. So to do that, what you need to do is to place your tape around your wrists. Okay, place your tape around your wrist like this, and make sure you are able to pull it out so that you don't make a dress and you can't pull. Okay, make sure you're able to pull it out. Then you take your measurement at that point. So here I have 9.5. I have, sorry, 9 inches. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here I have 9 inches. So 9 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 4.5, which I'll mark here. For the elbow, the same thing. You take your round, place your tape. You place your tape around your elbow like this. Okay, you place your tape around your elbow like this. Depend on how free you want the dress to be. You fold your arm to make sure it is free enough so that it's not too tight that you can't fold your hand. So, and you take your measurement right at that point. So I have 12 inches. 12 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 6. So I'm going to mark 6 right here. Okay, so now if you're making a short sleeve, all you need to do is to place your tape like this. Depend on the length of your short sleeve. You can make it 9 inches, 10 inches. Okay, if it's 10 inches, you mark it right at this point and go ahead and take your measurement on your hand wherever your tape stop. And for me, I have like 13 inches. You place the measurement there and connect it from this point here. Every other thing at the top is same thing for a short sleeve and a long sleeve. It's just the length that is different. So that is it on that one. Now I have taken my measurement, the elbow, the wrists. I'm going to go ahead to connect these lines. Okay, right from this armhole depth line, I'll connect it down to the elbow, and from the elbow to the wrist. I'll also extend it down to the hem of the wrist. So now I'm going to go ahead to add my sewing allowance to this. I'll be adding 1 inch. You can add to your fabric if you want. You can add to your pattern paper. So take note that once you've added your sewing allowance to your pattern paper, you don't need to add it to your fabric again. So from this point, I'll go on and connect. And so here we have it. This is how to cut out your basic sleeve pattern. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you how to cut it out. I'm going to start by cutting out the back armhole first. Don't forget, you have to cut out the back armhole first. So at this point, guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. Tutorials coming your way. So after cutting it, I'm going to go ahead to open it up. Okay, I'll open it up like this. So here we have the front. Let me mark it out. This is the front and this is the back. So this is the back. Now we've already cut out the back. I'll go ahead and trace out the front now. Yeah, there we have it. So you can see the difference between the front and the back. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share our videos as well. Okay. God bless you.